So before we begin placing trades, if you haven't already, if you can enable crypto trading in your account within the trading preferences. To do this, just click on Manage in the top left of your platform. And then from the sidebar, just click on My Accounts and then go to Trading Preferences. And then just ensure that you have the correct account number as well. If you need to change the account number, just click on here and it'll drop down a menu where you can select the correct account. And then after that, directly below, you'll see a button that says Enable Zero Hash Trading. So Zero Hash is our crypto custodian. And it will give you some disclosures and agreements that you can acknowledge. And then that will need to be done before you can put on any crypto positions. So currently we offer this ability only in individual cash and margin accounts. It's not yet available for IRAs, retirements, business, or joint accounts yet. Okay. And that's what the disclosures will look like. Once you successfully enable crypto in your account, it may give you a pop-up asking if you want to deposit or withdraw crypto. So we recently enabled the ability to fully move your crypto into and out of tastytrade. So once you connect to your wallet, I know some people are using Kraken. I saw Coinbase in there. So if you're holding crypto at another exchange or in another wallet, you can simply copy and paste that wallet address and connect it to your tastytrade account. And you'll have to go through a wallet address approval process. And you only have to do that once. But once you have it enabled, you can quickly move your Bitcoin, Ethereum, any coins that we support in and out of tastytrade. So one of the advantages of this is just the speed and convenience. If you already own your crypto and you stored it in your wallet, you can transfer it directly into your tastytrade account. So this eliminates the need to involve your bank or the typical wait times associated with traditional bank transfers. So I've seen many people during times where the futures might move after hours, and they'll transfer in their crypto overnight. Once the coins are here, they will liquidate for cash just to have buying power prepared for the next trading session. So typically under normal conditions, a crypto transfer only takes about 1 to 2 hours to process on a blockchain network. So this can be much faster than a bank ACH, which can take several days, or you can, this just allows you to make decisions on a market much quicker. And if you're an international client, if you transfer in crypto, you don't have to worry about the fluctuating exchange rates. If you enable crypto deposits, we're potentially offering a faster, cheaper, just more efficient way to fund your account. Okay, let's go ahead and place our first order. You first want to click on trading, and then we can begin searching for the currency in the symbol search field at the top here, where it says find a symbol or company. Let me draw an arrow here, right there. So what I'm going to do is, if you don't know the symbol to trade, you can also type in Bitcoin. And then you'll see a whole bunch of different things show up. I think someone mentioned IBIT earlier is a Bitcoin ETF. There's Bitcoin futures. And then if I click on crypto, you'll see that it gives us Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash right here. So BTC/USD is the pairing that we use. You can type in LTC/USD, for example, for Litecoin. Or you can type in ETH/USD for Ethereum to switch to Ethereum. So at the moment, we currently offer 5 different tokens. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and we recently brought back Doge. And we have more coins coming down the pipeline too. So we'll be sure to let everyone know once some of the more popular coins like Shiba or Cardano are coming back. Okay. And another tip that might help you is, if you notice on the left side of the platform, we have all these different icons. One of them will be directing you to a watch list. So let's left click on that. We have some default crypto watch lists already built into the platform. So what we're going to do is click on this drop-down menu directly below the word watch list. And then you'll see one that says crypto, and then go over to crypto. Get rid of that arrow. So this will automatically display all the different tokens that we currently offer. If you don't see Bitcoin from the menu right here, try to click on this menu, the little hamburger menu, and then just make sure that you have no maximum limit. Because if you don't have this selected, Bitcoin might not appear now that it's trading above 100,000. So just make sure no maximum limit is set there. Okay, let's clear out that drawing. And the default watch list, if you go back, you'll see that there was one for Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. So these are some of the ETFs that has exposure in Bitcoin, IBIT, down here at the bottom. And then for Ethereum, we have a whole bunch as well. So just feel free to look through these. The CBOE, they also recently added 2 new Bitcoin products. One of them is CBTX, and the other one I believe is MBTX. Go to trade. So these are cash settled products. It may help you get exposure to Bitcoin with more capital efficiency because these are options instead. Okay. So if you haven't already created your own watch list, we can drop a link in the chat on how to create your own. For those of you who already have your own watch lists, like I have one that says Andy's watch list, you can add some of these symbols to it by just searching for it right here. So if I want to add in Bitcoin, I can just type in BTC/USD, and I can either hit enter on my keyboard or hit this little plus sign, and that will add Bitcoin to my watch list. Let's add a few more. Ethereum, hit the plus sign, and then let's add in Litecoin as well. Like that. Okay, so the watch list, what it's going to do is going to just help you efficiently switch between symbols to analyze the price action or quickly place a trade. For example, if I go back to the trade tab, and let's bring back up Bitcoin, or let's just bring back Ethereum. You'll also notice on the right side menu that we have all these different icons as well. And one of them is going to be your watch list. So if I left click on this, you'll see that I have my watch list right here. If I change it to the crypto watch list, I can just simply left click on any one of these symbols, and it will automatically change the active symbol on the platform for us to trade. Like that. So you can see the tastytrade platform, it offers a wide range of crypto products that you can trade, whether you want to buy and hold Bitcoin, actively trade tokens, or invest in crypto ETFs. Our platforms provides various ways for you to get that exposure. For now, let's just go back to BTC. Like that. Let's go ahead and place that trade so I can show you how quick and easy it is to purchase Bitcoin. So you first want to ensure that you already selected trade here from the left side menu. And then we're going to be presented with a chart and a trade ticket right below this. Let me just temporarily collapse this order ticket so that we can have more screen real estate. Because what's really useful about our platform is you'll have access to the candlestick chart and all of the tools to perform your technical analysis. So other firms, it might give you a basic candle chart or a line chart. But if you trade crypto here with us, you'll get access to our entire indicator library and all the drawing tools. For example, if I click on this icon right here, a little F, this will expand our indicator library. So you can add in Bollinger Bands, moving averages, MACD, RSI, whatever you want, you can search it here. Let's just add in a couple for an example here. Let me type in MACD. I'm going to double click it to add it over. And then let's also add in a couple simple moving averages as well. I'm going to add in 2 of these so that we can see any potential mean reversions. And let me just quickly adjust this moving average to 8. Let's make it nice and thick. I'm going to change this one to 21 days. Let's give it a different color too. Close. Okay, so now we have a MACD at the bottom. We have 2 moving averages, one fast, one slow, right here. You can also review multiple timeframes. So if you click on this, you can see all the different timeframes we offer. If you scroll all the way down, we also have custom for you to type in any custom timeframes. For example, if I type in 3D for 3 days and hit enter, I'm now looking at a 3-day chart for Bitcoin. So you can personalize any timeframes you want to look at if there's a specific time period you want to look back to. You can also select how to see multiple charts at one time. If you want to see multiple timeframes all in the same screen, what you can do is, let me first switch this back to a 1 day. And if you click on this icon right here, this is the multi-chart icon. Get rid of that drawing. And let's just have a chart side by side like this. So now I have a Bitcoin chart, one on the left, one on the right, and maybe I want to see an intraday time period. So now I can do a multiple time frame analysis. But you can also choose how your charts synchronize. So if I go back to the multi-chart window and I say synchronize indicators, I don't have to manually go back and add in those indicators again. It will automatically translate it over. So you could completely personalize how you want to view timeframes, indicators, how many charts you want up at the same time. And you can add your indicators back on over to the right side as well. Let me just remove that side chart so we can focus on one. And we also have a bunch of drawing tools on the right side that you can review. For example, we have this trend line. So you can select trend line from the left side menu. Maybe you want to see it from this low to this high, and then you can have a trend line like that as well. Okay. But next, let's just bring back the order ticket to buy some Bitcoin. If you were on another tab, let's just say, for example, you're on the positions tab, you also see that we have a bid and ask here and a bid and ask on any one of the watch lists too. And it'll say sell or buy. So we sell at the bid, buy at the ask. If I want to just buy some Bitcoin, if I wasn't on the trade tab, I can just left click on the number under the ask, and it takes me directly back to the trade screen. So there's currently 3 different order types that you can submit for buying Bitcoin. You can do a limit order. It should be defaulted to a limit order. You can do a market order, or you can specify a dollar amount. So if you want to do a limit order, you can type in the quantity, and then it'll show you the limit price down here at the bottom. And then it'll fill you at that price or better. If you're just trying to get into the market very quickly, you can select market and then just send off the order. You get filled at the next available market price. For something as expensive as Bitcoin, typing in the quantity, it might be not so easy because there's so many decimals involved. And that's where the dollar amount might become very useful. So you can type in a specific dollar amount, or maybe you're just trying to dollar cost average into BTC, then you can type in how much you want to buy. So by switching a dollar amount, I can type in, for example, let's say $10 worth of Bitcoin. And then I'm just going to hit review and send. So once I click review and send, this gives me one more opportunity just to make sure that I'm placing the correct trade and in the right account. If you notice the wrong account number at the top or here, you can always left click on this menu. And if you have any other eligible accounts, you can just switch over. So this way you don't have to clear out your order ticket and redo your trade or anything like that. Simply a drop-down menu that you can toggle over. Okay. So if you want to reset the trade and you don't want to place this order, you can also click it right here. Or if you need to make any adjustments, you can click edit. And you may also notice that there's no commissions or fees. This is because we no longer charge any commissions to buy or sell cryptos. But let's go ahead and get this order filled so that you can see. So I'm going to hit submit. There we go. So we get a nice little notification that it's been executed. And this should be in our positions tab that we can review either right here or right here. So let me go to positions. So you'll see that right there, an amount of $10 was filled on the Bitcoins. So I just want to also show you how to submit a limit order on the buy side, just so you understand what it looks like. So let's get rid of these drawings. So here's the limit order. Let's type in the quantity 0.0009. Oops, one too many zeros. There we go. So this is a limit order. And then instead of buying at 104, maybe I want to get it for a bargain all the way down at 100,000. So I can do it like that and then hit review and send. But it looks like it has to be more than $1. So let's change this to 0.001. There we go. So this is a limit order working to buy Bitcoin all the way down at 100,000. So let's submit. And now we have a filled order represented by this icon. And then this is the working order that we have right there. If I wanted to adjust my working order, there's a couple ways to do this. The easiest way is you can stay all in one screen. You don't have to flip in between tabs. I can right click on this working order, go to replace, or if I don't want it anymore, I can just hit cancel. So you can manage everything on one screen. You don't necessarily have to flip through the tabs unless you want to, because you could have also done that with positions, trade, and activity on the left side menu as well. Completely up to you, whether you want to stay on one screen, make everything easy, or you can switch in between your tabs on the left side to view your positions as well. Okay. If you don't have a right click, if you're using a MacBook or a laptop, your secondary click, it might be 2 fingers. So you may just have to check your mouse settings or your trackpad settings to either see if it's a double click or you can change it to a right click. Okay. But if I want to close out of the Bitcoin position that I just bought, I can close it on this side right here, or I can go to positions in the top left. and then just make sure that you have the crypto filter turned on so that you can see your crypto positions. Because if you notice all these other different icons, it might get really confusing when you have a whole bunch of positions on. For example, I got some stocks and options in Tesla here, and it might get confusing if you have a whole list, and you can turn them off and just focus on one asset at a time. Okay. But let me just right click on this and hit close. This takes us back to the trade ticket, and notice how it's a sell order now. And if I want to close this, I just click review and send, double check the order. If everything looks good, I can submit. And now it's been filled. So we see this in the activity tab right here. Whoops. So we see this in the activity tab on the right side. I can also go to activity on the left side menu. Let me change the date filter to today. And then you'll see all the transactions that we just did in Bitcoin right there. Okay. One interesting thing about the positions tab that you may want to adjust is, let me bring back this, is your columns. So I have on cost to see how much my position costed me. Net liquidity is how much it's currently worth. So the difference between these two numbers would be my P&L. And if you have multiple shares or contracts, that's where trade price and mark will help. To change yours to look like this, all you have to do is go to settings in the top right corner. And then you're going to be presented with two columns, one that say displayed and not displayed. So I'll leave this up on the screen for a second, just for anybody that wants to screenshot it. But this would just help you read left to right to see how your performance metrics are doing for any open positions that you have. So cost is how much it costs you to get in that position. Net liquidity is how much it's currently worth. Trade price and mark is how much it costs and how much it's worth per contract or per share. So that'll help you if you have multiple positions open at once. And then PO open, pretty explanatory, how much you're up since you opened the trade. PO day is how much it changed from yesterday till today. And then instead of a dollar amount, I also want to see a percentage, which is PO open change percent. So this will help you if you open any crypto positions, should help you quickly analyze your positions that way. Okay. So now if anyone was looking to establish a short position in Bitcoin or Ethereum, you wouldn't be able to directly do this with a USD pairing because we don't allow for shorting of the tokens. What you can potentially consider is establishing a short positions on the Bitcoin futures if you're looking for a bearish position. So for example, if I type in /BTC, so any futures on our platform starts with a /. So I can even do this for the Ethereum futures, for the micro Bitcoins, so /MBT. But yeah, this is how you can establish a short position. You can't do it directly on a token, but you can still get that exposure by doing the futures. Just be aware that you would need to be approved for futures trading in your accounts, and just be aware of any commissions for futures products as well. And also, we previously discussed those two new CBOE Bitcoin products, CBTX and MBTX. So these are options that gives you a way to also get exposure into Bitcoin as well, with a little bit more capital efficiency. But these are fairly new, so you may just want to double check the volume on these products before you jump into them.